All right, so everyone's asking me the same question right now. How do we make homes more affordable again? Well, today I'm gonna go over 10 steps, some practical, some policies, and even some that are programs that could potentially make homes more affordable for so many families and people out there looking to buy a home. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the video, no matter where you're watching this, to my channel, and share this video because this is probably going to be my most important video yet. Let's get right to it. All right, guys, so number one is lower interest rates. Monthly interest rates or monthly payments are very, very important. And even a 1% drop in interest rates can significantly save money for people out there looking to buy the home that they want and get the payment that they want. We know that Federal Reserve has just dropped Fed funds rates for other banks, but that hasn't quite trickled into the mortgage market in a significant way that wasn't already there. So by continuing to have lower interest rates is going to be one of the number one factors in making sure homes are more affordable again. All right, guys, so number two, and that's building more homes. We need more inventory. Allowing builders to be able to create more starter homes or even make more condos available for FHA financing, or even just other types of properties that could be FHA financed that will help create a more of an inventory so that there's more options for buyers to actually choose from. Right now, we're still at an inventory shortage that hasn't quite met pre-pandemic levels to fill that gap, right? You're probably out there looking and you can see that there's just not a lot of homes to choose from in the price point that you want. So building more starter homes and being able to convert certain condominium units that can't be financed and being able to be financed could be a great option. Okay, guys, number three, lowering construction costs. So from labor shortages to materials to all types of different things, new construction costs are expensive and that gets passed down to the buyer. So streamlining processes, streamlining permits, allowing for open and available labor employment could help make those new construction costs a lot lower so that new buyers and starter homes can be actually new construction available. So there's so many people out there who want to buy a new home, they want to buy new construction. Well, for most people who are buying their first home, new construction's price is just outside of their reach. So streamlining that process and allowing for the cost of new construction homes to go down, that would be a great way to make homes more affordable. All right, so number four is going to be incentives for first-time buyers. Now, if you're in Delaware, you're already familiar with the Delaware State Housing Authority program, and there are other first-time homebuyer programs that are out there. But lowering some of those thresholds to be able to get into some of those programs and doing either things like using Vantage 4.0, which would track your utility payments and other things that aren't traditionally tracked in the FICO score, that could really, really help. So incentivizing buyers and allowing new home buyers to have I'm not going to say less strict qualifications, but just incentivizing more options so that first-time buyers can get over that hurdle. So incentivizing buyers with a combination of the first three things is going to be one of the greatest catalysts to creating first-time home buyers and creating more affordable homes. So what are some of the things out there that you think about when you're buying your home and you need to, you're a buyer and you want to create more of an incentive for you to buy a home? Let me know. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, guys, so number five, the next one is going to be smart zoning laws, allowing for duplexes and triplexes to be built on lands or zones that may not be allowed right now. So if you have agricultural zoning or if you've got commercial zoning, allowing those restrictions to be eased up so that builders or developers can put more smart and efficient home styles on these properties. I know there are a lot of farmers right now who are thinking about potentially selling their agricultural lands and having those done smart and correctly. This is very controversial. So if you are someone in the agricultural business or a farmer and who does not agree with it, I understand. But smart zoning does come with that. So that's one of the ways that we can make homes more affordable. That's number five. All right, so number six is going to be rehabbing programs. So if you look in your town or your area, you may see a lot of different homes that are vacant. They look like they've been overrun and no one's living there. Well, the government or other institutions could allow for programs for first-time home buyers to take advantage of these dilapidated and vacant properties, have a loan package program where a first-time home buyer goes in, helps with rebuilding and fixing up this property, and they can get inside of that property with a small loan. So these are options that people have talked about and are thinking about. So if you're wherever you're watching this, see if you see any vacant homes around your area and think about that. Could this be a place that could potentially, that's just sitting here, be a place for a first-time home buyer to be? So smart rehabbing programs, I think in the future are going to be a great option for vacant properties. All right, so number 7 is going to be encouraging local businesses and larger businesses, national businesses, having a closer relationship to be able to come in and revitalize communities and create housing. So a lot of major businesses, a lot of banks, and a lot of lending institutions can work with local programs to be able to go into the area, really get to know what the needs are of the community as far as housing or home buying is concerned, and go ahead and work together with that. That could be a really great option because we've got a lot of public and private money that needs to be allocated correctly, and why not do it for housing? So I think that would be a really great option, okay? Now, this one we're gonna talk about addressing investor purchases. If you've been out in the home market in the last 5 years since the pandemic, you know that a lot of first-time home buyers are competing with institutional investors like the BlackRocks and etc. These investment firms go out into the public sector, they go out into the real estate market, residential real estate market, and literally make cash offers on top of first-time home buyers with FHA, VA, and USDA loan packages. Cash is still king, so this eliminates the option for those buyers to buy those homes and actually creates permanent renters. These purchases done cash by these large banks or large investment firms are actually running rampant throughout the United States. So I think that if we closely looked at these and maybe even made a collaboration with these larger banks and local communities, like I mentioned in my last point, maybe that could be a little bit better, right? I don't think banks should be competing with regular 9-to-5 workers and regular people trying to buy a home. I have seen it firsthand really skew what can happen in a buyer's market with buyers out there. So addressing these institutional investors coming in and buying residential real estate, I think is going to be a big one moving forward. All right, so number 9 is going to be improving the wage gap. So right now, when I looked in my town here in Dover, Delaware, home prices from 2019 to now in 2025 have gone up 65 to 70%, but income has only gone up about 15 to 20%, if that. So improving the wage gap to what it costs to actually keep up with this environment is going to be very important. And I'll give you guys some quick tips. One, if you're out there in the employment market, or if you're looking to get a new job, get recertified or get some AI certification so that you can go into your job and be ready for the next step in what's going to happen in employment, which is using AI and other tech tools to integrate into what you already do and enhance your company. And also, if you're an employer and you want to help your employees with that, offer programs, offer incentives that raise your employees up and get them trained up so that your company can become more valuable as well. So no matter how you slice it, we need to improve the wage gap so homes can become more affordable. All right, guys, and my last one is financial education. Making sure you know how to budget, making sure you know how to properly use your credit card, knowing how you properly allocate all of your funds, whether it's in a 401k and your health insurance and all of these different aspects, and making sure you have a nest egg for savings. All of these different aspects of personal finance are really going to be important to making your home purchase process affordable and making it smooth, right? Making a home affordable also starts with you. If you're watching this, make sure you have a budget. I'm not a financial advisor or a financial planner, but you can go right on ChatGPT or on YouTube and get some starter ideas on, hey, how do I start a budget and what should I be putting my money towards right now so I can buy a home, okay? So financial education is always going to be great when you're out there and trying to make your home more affordable. All right. So that's all for today, guys. I really enjoyed talking to you guys about this. It's very important. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. This video is important. And if there's anything that I missed that you think can help make homes more affordable, let me know down in the comments. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.